It's Thursday morning, it's raining, and it's not gonna let up anytime soon. So what does that mean? That means we're gonna go for a run. I love running in the rain. It's like one of my favorite things. It just keeps you so much cooler, and it makes me feel better because there's never a lot of people that go run in the rain. My theory on it is not every race day is going to be perfect. It's not going to be sunny and 75 come like marathon day or whatever. It's never going to be perfect. You have to train in these poor conditions or subpar conditions in order to be better and just be ready for any condition whatsoever. But I've already got my shoes on. I'm going to step out and see if I'm going to wear my rain jacket or not. I do wear a rain jacket usually when I go run in the rain. It's like, you'll see, it's bright lime green, just as a safety measure. But yeah, let's get out there. This is the fit. I look like a fucking highlighter, but like I said, it's a safety thing for me. Oh, I'm gonna take my glasses off. I don't run with my glasses. I don't know why. I never have. I used to. You say that. I used to run with them all the time, but now I always take them off. I run with my sunglasses, but I don't run with my regular glasses. It'd be just to keep them from getting all scratched. But nice slow 45-minute recovery run. Probably shooting to get like 4 miles. So get it done. And we have hit a mile, just like that. Well, it's actually like 1.5 miles because my Apple Watch sucks and doesn't know what it's doing. So Garmin coming soon for sure, because I need something a little better. So, but about 20 minutes in, almost halfway done. I'm kind of doing loops because it helps for me, like the mental game of running. I don't like running loops. I hate it, but running them consistently helps me like push through. It just adds a little bit of a mental brick. Helps you be a little bit more disciplined in my eyes. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna finish this loop, run the rest of this 2-mile loop, and then go to the track. Probably finish it out on the track. Just like that. 45 minutes of running are finished. It's like 3.7. I don't know, I'll put up both of the screenshots right here because I don't know what happened with my watch. It stopped my first run, so I had to start another one. I'm gonna take about 10 minutes, change my socks, change my shoes, take my pre-workout, give my body a minute to relax, and then we're gonna go hit legs over there. So, see you guys in a few. This physique looks great, doesn't it? I want to be as realistic as possible to show that, like, you don't have to have a six-pack and be ripped in order to do this shit. Like, I've been training consistently for 2 years. Let me be clear, my diets have always sucked. I'm very, very bad when it comes to dieting because I like to eat food. I meal prep. I try to meal prep. I always get at least 150 plus grams of protein a day. I suck at dieting. Working on that. That's one of the other things I'm trying to hold myself more accountable with, is getting on track with the diet. But that was a running shirt. It's like this weird dry fit material. It's kind of small. I don't like wearing it in the gym. Change into this. But I'm gonna get fresh socks out, change them on the driver's side, then we're gonna go to the gym. That completes the workouts for the day. A solid leg day, I'm not gonna lie. That's like my first time hitting legs in 4 weeks. Back in January, I started a marathon prep, and I was stupid and jumped right into training. went from running like 20 miles a week to running, I think my first week I ran 45. And I absolutely destroyed both of my Achilles. And when I say both, I mean like destroyed them. I had ping pong to golf ball size knots on both of my Achilles, which I don't know if any of you have ever experienced Achilles tendonitis or tendinosis. It depends on what text you read. It is not fun. It sucks. I could barely walk. I had to stop running for like 2 weeks, and it was not a great time. And I attribute part of that injury to not training legs. This is going to sound so bad out loud, and it sounded bad out loud every time I've said it. I did not train legs from probably August of 24 to January of 25. Maybe like once or twice, like, or 2 or 3 times. Like, maybe. Very bad on my part. I have really good leg genetics, right? Like, I've always just had big legs. I've had huge calves. Like, I've just always had real strong legs. And I had this weird thought process that, you know what, my legs are already developed enough. I don't need to train legs. What's the point in training legs? Well, I found out the hard way that it's kind of stupid to not train legs if you're running as much as I do. Because training legs, training any body part, right? You're not only just training the primary muscle, but you're also training that, like, all those tendons and ligaments and connective tissues in that specific area of your body, right? So when you train legs, you're also training your hip flexors, your PCL, your ACL, your MCL, your LCL, all those little tendons and ligaments, your Achilles. All those little tendons and ligaments that hold everything together and help everything move the proper way are also getting strengthened when you do strength training. Obviously, right? So I learned the hard way to continue training legs, and I just started going down this rabbit hole again of, I don't need to train legs. Well, fast forward to last week, I did an 8 mile run a couple weeks ago, and my Achilles started bothering me again. So I took a couple of days rest. It wasn't bothering me like it was before. So I knew it wasn't getting to where it was, but I also knew that I needed to train legs again. So that's what I did, and I made sure I finished off today's leg day with 100 calf raises, weighted calf raises, and it's just helping strengthening those muscles up. But I am now going to head to the house, shower, get changed. I have a class at 1 o'clock, and then I have to go do helicopter. As I say, I have to go do helicopter shit after that. So that's what we're going to do. That's the plan for today. It's going to be a good day. It's a good Thursday. It's a little rainy, but it's a good Thursday. Oh, yeah. All right, it's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Today's Friday. That's how the week works. So this week has been subpar training-wise in my eyes. I'm not a huge fan of excuses. I don't like excuses. I don't like saying, oh, this came up, that came up. I've never been a huge fan of that. Well, I used to be a huge excuse maker. Like, I would find any and every single excuse to not do something physical fitness related, I guess. Like, if I could find a way to get out of doing it, I would find a way to get out of doing it. I did not want to do it. I did not want to run, lift, whatever. I didn't want to do it. As I've gotten older and gotten more into it, I have very heavily shied away from that. But it's almost bad to the point to where
how bad I make myself feel, but I know if I want to get to the level that I want to get to, I have to put in these real shitty, long days of training. And yeah, just trying to make it all work is rough. But that's part of why I'm doing this, is I'm being as real and as raw as possible and showing that it's not always perfect, it's not always pretty. Granted, we're also in the middle of moving right now and trying to pack a house, move, work on top of that, and do all this other stuff that has to be done. Like, in my eyes, the running, the weightlifting, everything, it has to be done. It is a no shit, has to be done task. If it doesn't get done, it's a failure on the day. Like, that is a failed portion of the day that I cannot get back, and I just have to make up for in the back end. I've been trying to plan more ahead with the training coming up. Like, we have a trip coming up, so I'm trying to plan ahead. I've already got routes picked out for when we go home. Really just retroactively looking at the training, trying to plan it out, trying to get it figured out. The good thing is where we're moving to, we're moving on to the installation that I'm assigned to, into the housing there. I don't have to, where we live now, I don't feel safe or comfortable running on the roads here. So for the last year, essentially, I've been driving from where we live now on the installation, because that's where I feel the safest running. I'll literally be able to put my shoes on and walk out my front door and go run. I won't have to drive anywhere, and that's gonna help cut a lot of excuses out, period. That's gonna make the training so much easier to do. We're 1.5 miles from the 24-hour access gym, and then 1 mile from the main gym that I always train at. So that's going to be a plus too. That's going to make life way easier in the long run. And there's a lot of hills, there's a lot of bike lanes, but there's something I'm doing next spring that involves a bike and myself, obviously. So I'll need safer biking lanes. So that'll make training a lot better, a lot more options open for training. You know, part of this process, like I said, is really, you know, I'm only a weekend actually fully committing to truly learning what it means to endure and like working through this pain, working through the grind. And the big thing I think I've already picked up on is how hard I am on myself. I've always, you know, I do have this crazy drive, these crazy dreams, these crazy things to do, things that I want to get done. And I always feel like if I fail one time or I don't do something one time, that the whole thing is just going to fall apart and it's just going to go to waste. And I really need to learn to reel myself back in sometimes and just kind of take a deep breath. And, you know, God has a plan for everybody. There's a reason behind everything. And I feel that the mission, the reason that I have been given from the Lord, from my Creator, of what I need to do, I feel like that if I don't get these tasks that I put together in my head done every day, that I'm failing that mission that was given. And God bless my mom. She's still alive. She always, every time something terrible happens, I get a very terrible woe is me attitude, that this is the worst thing ever, it's the end of the world, nothing's ever gonna get better, it's just gonna get worse from here. And that woman, she always reels me back in with, there's a reason for everything. This happened for a reason. Whether it's a good reason or a bad reason, eventually, one day, you'll be able to sit back and you'll look at it and you'll go, oh, that's why this happened. Like, it's not a, why is this happening to me? This is terrible. It's looking at it in the aspect of there's a reason behind this. God had this plan for me and laid it out, and we're not supposed to know. We were created in a way to not understand, to not know. Why? And sometimes it's hard to grasp that understanding that it's not up to us. It is not up to us of how it's supposed to plan out. You can plan and you can train and you can read all the books and follow all the instructions. At the end of the day, you might still fail. You probably will fail. Failure has to happen. You have to fail things. But eventually you will become successful and you will achieve that goal, or you will get that win. You'll win that race. You'll do that big thing. You'll get that big presentation, that job, whatever it might be. You will get to that point eventually. You have to ride it out and understand that there is a reason behind why things are happening the way that they're happening. One of my favorite Bible verses that I literally carry it with me everywhere I go, because I have it tattooed right here on the outside of my arm. It's Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. He's there every day. Every single day you wake up, the Lord is with you and guiding you and keeping you on that track. And you just have to stay rooted in your faith and rooted in the reasoning behind the Father and why things are going the way that they're going. You can't lose hope. You can't lose faith. Without our faith, we're nothing. Without our hope, we're nothing. You have to believe to make these things happen. You really do. Definitely relearning being an outlier this week has been a big thing I've thought about, and I'm climbing that ladder slowly but surely, and we're still working through it. But I'm gonna go to bed. It's 10 o'clock, and the next time you guys see me up here, it'll be during this long run. Get after it. Stay faithful. And stay honest. Be an outlier.